Welcome everybody to this new episode of Let's Discover Interstellar Space Genesis. And in this section, we're gonna try to focus more on the game itself. The two previous episodes were more about, the games, the mechanics a little bit, how to set things up. But now I'm gonna focus more on the actual game, the actual exploration. And my purpose is to show combat before the end of the series, so we can see a little bit how deep it is, and after I will do my review on the game after that. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so where were we? We here, we had this. Okay, so we're full in exploration phase. This ship is going there, this ship is going there. There we have a potential colony. Oops. What? A potential colony. Yep, is the desert world. But can we colonize desert worlds? We can colonize icy worlds, but not desert worlds. But we could research it. Yeah, that's the problem. I haven't colonized anything yet. Didn't found really a nice planet. So let's continue. See if we are a little bit more lucky this time. Aha! Oh. Okay, multiple things happened. So first thing, the exploration here reveals a swamp planet, which is very bad for us. The swamps are actually the worst planets for us. And a gas giant with helium. Okay, that's great. Yeah, and this little icon there says if we can or cannot colonize a planet. So if I go here, yeah, even if it's a desert world, I cannot colonize it because I don't have the tech for it. So the game is doing a good job of letting me know, in my opinion, where we stand and things and what we need to do. Okay, so we found a black hole, and I really like the representation of those events, like the black holes, the boson stars, and all that stuff. They look awesome. So here the good thing with a black hole, as you can see, we can see that this black hole has two rings. So we can have two asteroid belts outposts, and we can use those outposts to have scientific research. But we need to send a survey ship there. So we're gonna do that. Fleet report. Okay, so we have a swamp planet, very bad. I can't do anything about that, so we're gonna put that ship there. Okay. Okay, so we are researching this area. We're gonna continue. As you can see, the reason why we found this black hole here was because we made the remote observation here. So by continuing making those observations, we have more chances to find what the map really has. And as you can see, as we progress in the game, we can find more and more entities, stars, planets, objects around, which I found pretty cool. So let's continue. Alright, so we still have ships moving along. I don't have a place to send my colonization ship. We are still working on enhanced ecology at the moment. So let's continue. Okay, so we founded this system, and we have founded a Terran planet, which is extremely bad for us. Barren world, desert, which we could colonize, and barren as well, but it's not ideal. Lava is extremely bad for us because we are an ice race, right? And a barren world. Alright. I think as well what I'm trying to look for is for runes or things to explore, but I didn't find any at the moment. So, all right, let's continue. Okay. There's no stars around at the moment. So I just think I will bring that ship back for defense purposes. And I will bring that ship back as well. Okay, so we finished Enhanced Ecology. Eco-engineering project that improved the ecology of the planet from minimal ecologic 1 to enhance eco 1. Alright, so for what I understand, when we colonize a planet that is not a barren world, they start at level 1. From minimal level 1 to 2. Unless it's something that we can research, okay. I will have to see. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. So we need to find a new location for a new research. But there's a bunch of desert world that we could colonize. So it's gonna be hard for us to colonize desert worlds. It's a good question. But regardless, I think I want to begin colonization. So I'm gonna research that. I wonder, can I make another research? Yes, I need to. So we can queue research. Okay. So we had enough points in our culture, so we can unlock a perk here. The next perk that I want is this +1 production per pop on the Empire. That's really gonna help us pump hopefully our constructions faster. I wonder, can I put that here? 13 turns. Right, let's do that because I really want to begin the surveys. Okay, well, there's a bunch of stuff. Okay, we founded helium. Okay, so this is another solar system. I don't know. What did we found? Remote exploration, more information. Okay, so we founded the gas giant there. Apparently with the remote exploration, and in here. Revealed for object Cumia, new scanning, advanced level. Yeah, okay, so we advance from basic scan to advanced scan thanks to the remote exploration. And it revealed that this swamp world has ultra rich resources and is an Eco 1 planet, which is not too bad, but it's very bad for us to colonize. Now, we also know that this black hole leads to this point. So I wonder... No, we cannot reach this planet. So I'm going to send another ship there. And hopefully we can extend the range. There's a research that will allow us to do so. So once we will finish the desert colonization, we will try to extend the limit, the reach. So we finished exploring this sector 100%. You see, like, it's ticked, so there's nothing else to see. We know everything in this sector. So we're going to continue in this way. Okay, and we're going to continue research this area. And what is this? Aha, we found it, helium, and therefore we can define the path. If we want to go military or more manufacturing colonization. And therefore, like, if you are willing to integrate helium, and if you have helium in your empire that you are harvesting, then you can develop technologies that will give you bonus proportional to the amount of helium that you have. So I'll just do the planetary one, because we are not necessarily war-centric. That race is not war-centric. We finished the colonization of desert worlds, which is good. And we are researching the shields, but what I would like to do after the shields is trying to improve our logistics so we can have our ships moving further away. Okay. What is this? Can colonize one planet. Yeah, okay. So because we have unlocked the colonization of desert worlds, there are planets that we can colonize now. So you see, like when you look at the star system, the red planets are planets that we cannot colonize. Let me correct. It's planets that you can colonize, but they are hostile. Yellow is planets that are tolerable. Green are colonizable. But and gray, I presume that means is gas giant. Yeah, so that you cannot colonize anyway, regardless. And here we can see where we have one planet that we could colonize here and one that we could colonize there, and that's it. So we can go here and see, okay, where is the desert world? We have a desert world there with a size of 9. But we don't know the resources yet. Alright. And in this one, we have another desert world. And it's a huge one with 15 in size. But it's a heavy G. So we're going to be penalized with the production per pop and the population growth. So that's not too good. Alright. So ideally, this one is a medium G. Oops, sorry. The desert world is a medium gravity. If it could be, if it's rich, it would be good. So how can we know that? We could send a survey ship here, or we could potentially ask one of our. Let me see, where are we? It's here. So if it's there, then it should be here. So I can ask this to be focused there. So you see, like I'm reallocating the remote exploration from this sector to this sector in the hope to have more information about this planet to see if it's worth colonizing. Okay, so we have the shields. Okay, so absorption 4.5 times the ship size. Okay, blocking 0.1, recharge rate 30% per turn, modification number of shields. Okay, so this is to integrate shields in our ships. And talking of which, we didn't talk about ship design. So as you can see already, we unlocked the shields, so it's automatically something available here. And there you can see a 3D model of the frigate, which looks pretty cool, you know, they have a different feel. And there you can see there's just lasers and there is space available. So actually, we have travel time and the shields, so we cannot modify that. I don't have any special systems that I can add. But what I could do, because I'm trying to... that's combat speed. Okay. So what I could do is I could say, okay, well, I can take the only kind of weapon that I have at the moment, which is laser, and put the laser as a point defense to protect myself against missiles. I can add an extra laser there. And this one, and you see the fact of adding the laser take space, and then I can put it with a heavy melt. So that means that this is going to be actually the weapon, and this is going to be destroying missiles. The problem though is like I'm at -8, so that's the problem. So I may gonna have to sacrifice this, but I could, and this is the arc at which you can shoot. I can say, hey, the point defense, I wanted to be able to reach all over the ship instead of just the front, and that's taking more space. And there you can also extend the range, so like that this laser would be able to shoot from in front of the ship, so just it would be able to shoot in front of the ship, but also on the sides all the way here, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna save that, and we're gonna go in destroyers, which, you know, destroyers also looks pretty cool. I presume that that's the back and that's the front. Presume. Maybe wrong though. And you have 5 lasers. Okay. So maybe I want the combat speed to be... I can't. Okay, no. So I can reduce the number of lasers. I can add a laser there, make it in a point defense, increase the arc, so he can protect himself against missiles and still have a pretty decent firepower, and save. You see? So the design is simpler, right, than Distant World Universe, for example. And maybe to a certain degree, Galactic Civilization 3, right, offer maybe a little bit more customization of the ship, but it's definitively more intricate than... I mean, those designs, you're going to be able to use them in combat. That's why it makes a difference that you have an arc, you know, that you have full coverage. Like I can use the point defense all over the ship, right? Or I could have used just a specific, just in front of the ship. I can add multiple lasers, or I can do heavy mounts, right, to increase the range. And actually, I can take 2 missiles out of there, adding the missile and that missile laser, and have 1 laser that is mounted in order to have more range, right? Because those ones, unfortunately, doesn't have the same range, right? So, yeah. Oops. So I want this laser to be in the front. I want those ones to be able to shoot all over. And we have the shield, and we're gonna save, and I think that's pretty cool. But once you're gonna have more technologies and more special abilities, it's gonna be way more intricate. This is just the beginning. It's really just the beginning. And as well, I don't have my planet at the moment. They had the possibility, it doesn't have a free space to do it, so it's still working on the survey ship. That being said, the navigation through the different UIs, the solar system, the planets, the galaxy is pretty efficient, I must say. Alright, so we have made our remote exploration. Oh, look at that. We found here, and we explored this star, and we can find that there is an ice planet there. And it's medium size, with 12, I can have 12 population. This is perfect for us, except that it's heavy. So heavy is gonna hinder us, but it's an ice planet. So then we have the choice: do we want to colonize the desert world, or do we want to colonize the ice world with heavy G, right? Knowing that if you try to colonize a swamp world, you're also gonna have penalties, right? So ideally, my natural instinct will say the best thing to do is to colonize the ice world. But I would like to see what resources there are in this planet. Like, is it rich or not, etc. Because if it's poor, then it's maybe not a good idea to colonize that world, right? Let's continue then. Let's continue. And the thing that I like about this game, it has a little bit the same feel than Galactic Civilization 3 or Civilization 6, that always to have this next turn, you know, the next turn effect. What's going to happen next turn? What am I going to uncover next turn, right? So if you are in those kind of games, this game would be very good for you, I think. I like those games as well to a certain degree, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it at the moment. So we continue our exploration of this area. We didn't find anything special, so we are continuing. Right. Boom. So we're supposed to have a new culture advancement, and soon we're gonna have the research of improved logistics, which is gonna allow us to colonize that planet, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we researched that perk, so the next step is gonna be that perk. And since we have 2 potential candidates for colonization, I already have a colonization ship, I would like to take the space favor, so I will have an additional colonization ship, and my colonization population will be increased by 2. Right? And the fact that I have 1 perk per branch means that I should be able to activate enlightenment now. Right? Click to activate. I can do it because the requirement was to have 1 perk per branch, culture branch, and I have that now. So I could activate that. And if I do, immediate effect, minus 50% culture point required for the next space culture development. And I can passively for 10 turns, I have +1 in research per pop and -1 production per pop. So we may not want to do that right now because I really want to have that survey ship, right? And it says there, the ability enlightenment has been unlocked. So the next one where we can try to unlock is player must research at least 2 tech in every fields. Alright, so let's look. Okay, so we have 2 tech in this field, multiple techs in this field, just 1 in here, 1 in there, and 2 in here. So I'm gonna have to make some research here, and I research there, and I research there to unlock the next perk, right? So I'm working on improved logistics, and I think the next one I would do just because I want to increase my production, robotic factory. And I also want I just have lasers at the moment. This is more weapons, which is not what we are really about, but I'm gonna need to have 2 research per branch. So yeah, let's try particle accelerators, why not? And then after that, maybe we will try to go here, or maybe going for the space elevator, or the surface vault, maybe. Yeah, surface vault. And as you can see here, this is exactly what I was talking before. Because I made a research in economic capital, if I want to research something else in the asteroid mining, for example, it's going to take me twice the time because it's going to use twice the resource. So it forces me to think about what I need to develop next, which I found it's a pretty cool idea. Okay, so improve logistics. We can go further up to 7 parsecs. So, and you can see that before the supply range was here, and now it's all the way there, which means that we can explore new stars and we can colonize this world. That being said, we still don't know what kind of resources are in that world, and that's why I wanted to have my survey ship, which is still gonna take 4 turns to do. Let's continue. Oh, what is this? Do you see that? Okay, we researched robot factory, that's great. But who are those guys? There's other people there. Okay. Better scan technology, huh? Interesting. So, fleet unexplored. Yeah, we don't know. We don't have the... We can see the area because I have a frigate there. Okay, that's weird. Want to check that... Oh yeah, sorry. So I have one frigate there, but it doesn't seem that I can... Maybe they didn't arrive yet. I don't know. Let's see. Never arrived.
Experience a hostile encounter in this star system. We'll soon go to the battle screen. But first, here's your chance to review the attacking force and related defense assets.
Okay. So, what do I have? Rival, fleet composition unknown. We need better scan technology. Select combat if you wish. If you have a defender, click on the fleet that you wish to attack. If you are the attacker and the defender has a settlement in the system, the fight must happen there, and you need to click on the settlement to initiate the combat. Yep. Who are they? They're humans. They are humans. Okay, so let's have a look at the combat. Alright, this is going to be our first combat.
The battle has begun. The side with the most initiative will make the first move. Usually, the attacking side has the initiative, but the side with the leader who boasts the highest initiative skill will go first.
Okay, so let's have a look. If that's our enemy, that is us. Now, show position, potential movement. So here you can see, I can zoom in, can move around, and there I think the green ones are the ones that I can move to, and the gray ones I may not be able to move to in this turn. Send to the screen on the selected item, go to the next ship, frigate, that's our shield. No, that's what is that? That's design. That's the health system, armor. Overload, beam weapons, double damage, +1 extra kinetic, double damage on the shot. Shield overload, half the damage. Overload engines, rotate, flee, scan. Scan operation available. This in this turn 1. Scanning operation costs 2 operations. That's the actions. Okay, so I want to move. I use 1 and I move. Okay, so the green one means I can move and attack, and the gray ones, it means like I double move. So now I cannot scan, I cannot flee, I can't attack. I use all my action points to do what I did, and that's the end of my turn. Okay, so if I didn't move, okay, so he's moving towards us. So definitively he's looking for an encounter. I want to scan. Okay, so he shot at us. I'll move here. Okay. So I'm overloading the weapons. How can I didn't hit him? Okay. Wow, we are in a bad spot, guys. for design. Yeah. Let's try to see if we can flee. Yep.
The Space Battle Report provides you with the results of your most recent battle, including all the ships that took part in the fight, and the number of ships that were captured, destroyed, or that fled.
Alright, so technically I won. But we didn't lose our ship. And we are also at war with the humans. So I definitively think that we're going to need to retrofit that ship. And we are going to need... yeah, we're going to need... how can I say? To produce some military outputs. Okay, so what is the thing there? Runes on Goria. So... runes. Goria 3. So if we send an explorer ship or a surveying ship, we can investigate those runes. Also, as you can see, we had we went through scanning basic to scanning advanced, so we know that we know the level of those planets. So there, for example, it's poor. This is sufficient, sufficient, poor, sufficient. Right. So we have this desert planet that we could colonize, which is very big. And it's also Echo 2, right? So that's also something to keep in mind. But we don't know the special, and there is an event, right? But it's definitely an interesting planet to look for. And that's in Goria. Also in here, we know that this planet is sufficient, heavy, Echo 2. So the fact that it's a heavy G will put a minus 25% on prod and population growth. But because it's Echo 2, it will give plus 20% on growth and 20% on morale, which will help outbalance the heavy G. Okay. Interesting. I think I will send a colonization ship there, regardless. And here we still don't know, so... Okay, we found out a new race. They are cautious with us. I will give them a little bit of money. So thanks. I think we will use it as a weapon reversion. Okay, if you want. But yeah, so we are beginning to see some aspects of the game. We had our first fight. We encountered another race, apparently. I don't know where they are in the map, but we encountered them. And yeah, I think... Ah, yeah, it's there. Sorry, I didn't see it. So they are this race, the Utopia race, the desert race. They are there. But I don't know where the human race is. So that's going to be interesting. Anyway. Let's resolve the things there. So we have declared war on the Human Federation because we attacked them. That's fine. Report of the space battle. We saw it. And let's continue to explore this area. Ah, yes. And this is a very important aspect of the game, right? So the leaders. I think this is actually our first leader. So let's have a look. Anthony Yang offered to join you for 45 BC, so that's credits, and 1 credits per turn. He's a genius, +1 to primary skill of choice on level up, okay? And he has a pretty good initiative, a decent defense, and nothing else. The kid, okay, and he's a ship leader, so we can affect it to a ship, yeah. So we're gonna take him, and we're gonna affect him to one of our frigates for now. There you go. Perfect. So I think we're gonna end this video here, and we will continue on the next video. But I'm pretty happy so far because we had a combat, even if it was pretty short. We saw a combat. We had contact with another race. So I think I will do maybe 1 or 2 more videos, and after I will give my review. Alright, so if you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe. That will really help the channel. If you have comments, or if you want to see more about Interstellar Space Genesis, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.